Realize a lot of people are avoiding wishing people, I can wish you happy Uduma Day, yet it's Utamaduni Day. Hopefully you get clarification and clarity in that regard as we go along the broadcast. But today being a holiday, it's a chill day to say the least. But we have some business stories for you to make sure that you're properly informed on what is happening. Matters to do with agriculture. We are seeing some reforms in the tea sector where farmers are opting to go out and look for direct market. Talk of Bomet farmers who've gone all directly to Iran to look for market for their product. And this is a little bit out of protocol, quote unquote. Also, we've seen some reforms in the wheat sector where we have actually to prioritize local wheat producers. There's a lot of competition. We are locally in the wheat sector and we're trying to protect our market and our farmers. Also, we'll touch a little bit on dogs. Talk about Dogtober. That's the term, Dogtoberfest. Which is quite an interesting one. That and many more right here on Business Today. My name is Noah Kipkimboy, and we begin this broadcast right away. Well, a section of tea farmers cooperatives in Bomet County have vowed to push on with their request to direct sell their tea to markets in Iran despite disapproval by Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Peter Munya. Led by Bomet Governor Hilary Barchok, the county insists that it will ensure that the farmers get the maximum profits possible. The leaders who had just arrived from a 10-day trip to Iran say that they have entered into profitable deals and are now urging more tea farmer cooperatives to follow suit. Take a look.
Leading a delegation that recently returned from a 10-day trip to Iran intended to find a market for tea, Bomet Governor Hilary Barchok started by calling out those against their venture, stating that they were against farmers.
I think our farmers have been used for a long time. Na sitaki kuongea maneno mengi, lakini tangu niingie hii maneno nimejua maneno mengi, and people have been using us. And we want to tell them, enough is enough.
The governor stating the deals were between individual cooperatives and the market, and that his government was not part of the business, but only an enabler.
I want to still indicate to you that we are not in business as a county government of Bomet. But what we are doing is to facilitate, to look for new markets. The traditional markets that we used to rely on, like UK, Egypt, Pakistan, and all those, are currently facing challenges.
Two cooperatives have already signed deals with the Iranian markets, including Sinendet and Kipsigis Highland.
We found out that Iran actually consumes 120 million kilos of tea per year. We in Kenya, we actually send 20 million. Where does the 100 million come from? Where does it come from? If we are not industrial, if we are not working hard enough, it comes from other countries.
We have been selling our teas at a low price because of the coagulation in Mombasa. We are being restricted to sell some teas or to send the teas to Mombasa for some particular people.
The whole tea in Bomet is not enough. As much as there are so many politics, people fighting us in this venture, I want to tell them that we will not go back. We will not give up. We will push to the end, with or without your support. That is what we want to say.
The issue of the law barring an addition of markets aside from markets already identified by KTDA also coming up, with this delegation stating that prices in Iran proved to be profitable. They also dismissed claims that their partnership with Iran will jeopardize relationships between Kenya and the USA, saying that the US has sanctions against Iran.
Sanctions are restricted to, they are not touching the area of drugs and food. So when we talk of tea, tea is food.
Ibrahim Karanja, KTN News.
And now touching on matters the cost of pound, the country, John Gumi has been appointed chair of the steering